Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about some things I don't buy or buy less of as a minimalist mom.
Wow, totally forgot to introduce myself. I'm Tasha, and in this video we're going to talk about things I no longer buy or I buy less of, and this is the kitchen and food edition.
If you're new around here, I like to talk about minimalism and intentional living, and as you will see in this video, I also add a dash of sustainability. So if any of that is of interest to you, I hope you'll consider subscribing so you don't miss any future content. Alright, so let's get to it. When I started my minimalist journey a few years ago, I primarily focused on decluttering physical things such as my clothing and our excess of toys. Further into my journey, I saw that I could drastically reduce the amount of waste I was producing by just making a few simple changes. And so in this video, I just wanted to show you some things that I no longer buy or I buy less of that are either kitchen related or have to do with food. First off, I no longer buy paper napkins. I want to say about 2 years ago, we invested in some cloth napkins that we use in lieu of paper napkins. I talked about this in my first YouTube video ever. I'll link it here and also below in the description. But basically, I have somewhere between 30 and 40 cloth napkins that are in rotation at our house. And usually one napkin works per person per day. There's 5 of us, so we'll typically go through 5 napkins a day, if that. But at the same time, who needs napkins when you have an arm? So that makes the supply last even longer. But usually I will wash a load of napkins each week. Item number 2 on the list is plastic water bottles. Unless it's for a party, you will not see any cases of plastic water bottles in our house. It's been like that ever since we were able to purchase a water filtration system. Apparently in the US, Americans go through about 50 billion plastic bottles each year, and our recycle rate for that is only 25%. For my family, we each have either a glass or an aluminum water bottle that is reusable, and we'll fill it up with filtered water before we leave the house. So that saves us a ton of money and also reduces our carbon footprint. The third thing that I no longer buy as a minimalist mom is juice or soda. The only beverages that we buy for the house are plant-based milks or creamers. This has also helped us in the dental department. My kids, knock on wood, haven't had any major cavities in their short lives thus far. Me either. It's been a while since I've had a cavity. My husband though, that's another story. Also, I don't know about anyone else, but whenever I drink soda, I literally feel like my throat is burning alive.
I feel like my throat cells are just dying in a bath of acid, and then I get hiccups afterwards, and I have hiccups for hours after I drink the throat acid.
I guess that's a good reason for me not to drink soda, because I don't want to kill my throat cells. So here's to not drinking excess calories. Thank you, soda, for not liking me. The fourth thing I don't buy is plastic straws. I have these bendy straws that are made of silicone, and I also have some bubble tea or boba tea straws that I love. Both sets of them are reusable and therefore reduce any waste. In the US alone, every day, about 500 million straws are thrown away, and that's super harmful for marine life. So I just don't want to contribute to that. I love boba tea, so because I have these cool straws, I am definitely more inclined to make it at home, and that definitely saves money in the long run because I'm not buying it every time I want it. Item number 5 that I'm not really buying anymore is plastic food storage bags. Pre-pandemic, I would always send the kids to school with glass Tupperware to help reduce waste. For freezer storage, I actually have a set of silicone freezer bags that I use. They are definitely worth the investment, and the ones that I got are especially awesome because the thing that you use to seal them is separate from the bag itself. Previously, I had gotten some other bags that were resealable and reusable, but the seal was on the bag itself and over time it stopped closing. So I highly recommend the ones that I have linked below because they don't have that problem. Another thing that I hardly buy anymore is paper towels. We used to go through these like water, but we realized that having a set of microfiber cloths could also accomplish the same tasks as paper towels. Thus, I have a drawer of cloths that we use in lieu of paper towels. And that's been awesome, and it saves a lot of money. If I do buy paper towels in the future though, they definitely will be made of bamboo, as that's eco-friendly and biodegradable, so you can save the trees. And bamboo is really easy to regrow. It's the same case for bamboo toilet paper. If you are at all intrigued by the fact that I only purchased one case of bamboo toilet paper to use for an entire year, I will link that video right here, because a bidet is the way. The next item that I really don't buy anymore is tall kitchen trash bags. Since we use less paper products and we compost and we are primarily plant-based in terms of our diet, we produce a lot less waste that needs to go in the trash.
Like way less.
We actually retired our large kitchen trash can maybe like a year ago and started using a little itty bitty one. We have a couple of little itty bitty ones in our kitchen right now that kind of just move around where we need them to go, but we don't really fill them up that fast. All right, number 8 on the list is expensive coffee drinks. So I haven't cut these out completely, but I have definitely cut down on the amount of times I will buy them. By expensive, I'm talking about, for me, I'm talking about Wawa. Do you guys know about the Wawa? Do you have a Wawa where you live? It is a convenience store and it is amazing, and I've been a patron of them since I was a little child, maybe 25 years now. Okay, fine, you guys got me. Yeah, I shouldn't have been drinking coffee at 2 years old. I totally get that now. But anyway, Wawa's great. You can buy like breakfast, lunch, and dinner from them. You can buy all your convenience store needs, and then you can also customize drinks, and their drinks are usually between like $2 and $4, which isn't bad. My favorite drink from Wawa, and it's been like this for years, is a caramel latte with almond milk. And now they also have green tea matcha lattes, which is awesome, and that's my husband's go-to drink. But we are trying to save money, so we learned how to make our favorite drinks at home. I used to buy it at least once a week, and that's not so bad, but if I was having like a rough week, I would be like, you know what, I deserve this drink, so I'm gonna go get it again and again, and it'd be like maybe 2 or 3 times a week, right? But then on top of that, of course I should buy a drink for my husband. So then when you do like math, you're looking at like, I don't know, $50 a month maybe, give or take. And then if you extrapolate that to the whole year, then you're looking at like $500, $600. And when I think about it like that, I'm like,
I don't know, that's a lot.
Of course you gotta treat yourself. I just was like, I gotta think about whether that's really what I wanna be treating myself with if I could easily make it at home. Wawa, don't think that I love you any less. It's just that my bank account doesn't love you. So I need to like dial it back a little bit, you know? Please note, I'm not saying that buying a latte every day is a bad thing. If that's what you wanna spend your money, please, by all means. But I think, at least for me, it was important for me to do the math and be like, is that what I want to spend my time working for? That's where I ended up having to draw the line. So that is why I don't give Wawa as much money anymore, but I still love you, Wawa. I still love you. All right, the last thing that I don't really buy anymore now that I'm a minimalist is drive-thru. Yeah, we might still order something from a restaurant a couple times a month. You know I gotta have those banh mi's like I said in my Facebook Marketplace video, link above. It's been a long time since I went through one to get something for myself. Honestly, the food doesn't appeal to me the way that it used to. I think that with pandemic, we learned how to cook a lot of our favorite foods at home. And so when you have like that higher quality of food, you're like eating restaurant quality food at home all the time. When you think about going through a drive-through, it's just the taste, it's not as appealing to me anymore like it used to be. I feel like that adds up really quickly, and when you do the math, I realized I could be putting that $30 or $40 into stocks. We do give ourselves a little money in our budget for eating out, but I'm like super intentional about where I'm gonna spend that money. Really, the question I ask myself is,
can I cook this at home?
If I really can't at that time and I really like it and I really want it, then I will consider using my discretionary income for that purpose.
Thus the banh mi's. Minimalism helped me to see what was excessive in my life, and then I was able to identify where I was spending excessively, and then on top of that, I was able to identify places in my life I was being extremely wasteful. My wallet is super thankful for this realization, and I do feel a lot better about my reduced carbon footprint. I'm thinking about doing more videos along this line of sustainability and becoming low waste, but I would love to hear input from you in the comments below. Is there any area of my minimalism journey that you would like for me to talk more about? At any rate, here's to simple and intentional living. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.